Hello everyone and welcome back to Heart of the Storm Exhibitions. You just saw a nice little commercial about our YouTube channel, youtube.com/officialmlgse2. I encourage every single one of you to subscribe or at least check it out and see if it's worth your subscription. I'm going to try to pull it up on my screen here really quick. youtube.com/officialmlgse2. You can see that at the top there. Of course, if you scroll down, you can see all the videos that are available. You know, we got Heart of the Storm Exhibitions, Babyknight versus Ghost User. That was the off race match. Very entertaining match there. Go check it out. Of course, we have, what is this? We got your rules of engagement here. This one is an awesome video. I encourage everyone to check this specific video out. I'm actually going to click on it. Very awesome video here by Mr. Axslav, because I think it features like one of the best players in the world. Is that true?
It does.
Yeah.
It features a very, very strong player. I believe the player's name begins with an A.
Yeah.
Its second character is an X.
Yeah. It's me. Yeah,
okay.
that's me right there. So go check that out. I'm not sure how to get out of this area here. Oh yeah, I'll just click on that. So yeah, go to youtube.com/officialmlgse2. The subscribe button is right here. We're at 1815. I think at the end of this broadcast we can get to 2,000. I think that can happen.
It could happen.
The question is, do you guys think that can happen? Just go over to youtube.com/officialmlgse2. Hit that subscribe button. We can do it. We can do it. Of course, if you like League of Legends, go there, subscribe to them. They're still behind us, so that's good. Call of Duty. They're destroying us pretty handily.
They are. They are. It's actually like happening for 2 weeks now.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know, at first Call of Duty beating us, they got it faster.
I thought we could catch up.
No, we should. Like, this is actually kind of annoying.
Yeah.
Like there's no reason StarCraft should not be more popular than Call of Duty. StarCraft's the best game in the world. Like,
it is, without a doubt.
Like,
now, a lot of people might be subscribed to the main channel, Major League Gaming, but it's important to note these are game-specific channels. So, yeah, youtube.com/officialmlgse2. Hit that subscribe button. That would be awesome. And now we have to find a challenger for Babyknight. I think we found one. So I'm going to ask the map request.
Looks like we might get a PvP.
I'm okay with that.
And you know, PvP is really much more dynamic in Heart of the Storm than it was Wings of Liberty. Like, Wings of Liberty, it's like there's some weird openers, but it usually, like, if no one gets a big advantage early, it's going to go down to, you know, mass macro Colossi Wars.
Right.
But with the airplay being so much stronger now, and it's not so clear. Like, I still think Colossi have a place in PvP.
Yeah.
Because if you go all air, you're a little bit weak things like Storm, and then
Zealots.
You know, yeah, and so Colossi are a great way to clear up Zealots, basically.
Yeah. I think that's a great point. I mean, it's honestly, for me, it's been a while since I've actually seen a PvP in Heart of the Storm.
Let's do it then.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Acheron Wastes has been chosen. We're going to get that going. But yeah, every single day we got Heart of the Storm going on. Why don't you talk a little bit about next week as I get this map loaded up here?
So next week is actually really, really awesome.
Oh.
So you know how, like, I mean, this we got a lot of cool King of the Hill action.
Yeah, it's really entertaining games, really good players.
It is.
Yeah.
But next week we start the Winter Showdown qualifier for Dallas matches.
Ooh.
And those are going to be one match every Monday, every Tuesday, every Wednesday, every Thursday, every Friday, and most Sundays, starting next Monday with Partying versus Fantasy.
Wow.
So, I mean...
Wait, say those two names again?
Partying. Partying's the guy who almost everyone says is the best pro artist in the world right now.
Oh, I know that guy, yeah.
He's the guy who won $200,000 in prize money in like 2 months, in November and December of last year. So you may have heard of this guy.
I have.
He's won the Blizzard World Finals.
He used to be on StarTale. He is now on SKT.
Exactly. And you know who else is on SKT?
Fantasy.
Team Battle.
Fantasy versus Partying PvT,
yes.
And that's going to be in Heart of the Swarm.
And you know, TVP was Fantasy's best matchup in Brood War. Let's see if he can...
What about Wings of Liberty?
Wings of Liberty, I don't know. I mean, I'd say TVT is Fantasy's best matchup in Wings of Liberty. But Heart of the Storm is a whole new beast. What will be each player's strongest matchup in Heart of the Storm? Tune in Monday and find out, because it's going to be amazing, exciting. And it's not only great players playing.
Yeah.
They're playing for a qualification spot in Dallas, which is a $75,000 prize pool split between only 32 players. So if you get into Dallas, you're guaranteed good money.
Yes.
Like, no matter what. So whoever wins that is just set. You know, it's a paid trip plus guaranteed. Even if you lose all your matches in Dallas, you're still going to get some money. I think, or maybe you have to get top 16. I'm not sure the exact breakdown, but it's $75,000, only 32 people, so it's a really big deal to try to make it in that tournament.
It's going to be an exclusive bunch too.
It is.
These are going to be the best players in the world there.
Every single day, we're going to find one more player is going to join it because there's one match a day. The winner of each match will qualify. So I mean, Party versus Fantasy is going to be like
that's going to be phenomenal.
So,
I can't wait. Can we just fast forward to Monday?
I mean, I remember like the Fantasy versus Stork series, the Fantasy Jangby series from Brood War. Oh man, was it the OSL Jangby one, Game 5 versus Fantasy when like it's like a 15-minute turret tank siege and like carriers are migrating around and I mean Fantasy puts up some amazing games. Party does too.
They're two of the best players in the world.
Yes.
Quite literally. So, and that's only the first match. That is only the first match. The entire first week is going to be dedicated to the Pro League guys. Of course, one Pro League guy has already automatically qualified based on his performance at the
top 4 from Dallas.
Yep, top 4 from the most recent Dallas. There's Flash, Lenark, Life, and
those are the 3 I remember most specifically.
Was it Protoss in there? Rain? No.
No, Rain was like 9 through 12, I think. I can't remember that. Oh, Bomber, I think.
Yes.
Bomber. Yeah, there we go.
All right, so yeah, that's going to be awesome. That starts Monday. Tell your friends. 5 p.m. Eastern, same exact time as these Heart of the Storm exhibitions have been happening. Of course, that means the Heart of the Storm exhibitions will be, I don't know if they'll be discontinued. The time slot might change. Still figuring that out, so stay tuned. Anyway, and of course, VODs from all of that. If you miss it, if you're like, oh no, it's 8 p.m. Eastern, I missed the match, it'll be available as a VOD on youtube.com/official MLGSC.
Probably by 8 p.m. Eastern.
Oh, absolutely.
It's usually like an hour or 2 after the game, yeah.
Yep.
Very, very, very fast.
Very quick turnaround on those. Anyway, let's introduce the players here. Of course, in the bottom right-hand location, we have the blue Protoss player, Shew, who is the challenger against the current 2-game win streaker, the red Protoss player, Babyknight. Babyknight is involved in the qualification matches for Dallas. He's going to play Shew in a few weeks. So
that's going to be a great match.
Look out for that. Yep. Should be very good.
Shew is... Yeah, I haven't seen Shew play Heart of the Storm yet.
I haven't either.
I'm actually pretty excited for that because Shew is one of those guys who's really, really good. Really solid player. Really a very smart player, too. So it's going to be really, really fun to see him play Heart of the Storm. Already seen a little bit of a difference in these players. Babyknight getting to Zealot. Shew saying, I don't need no Zealot.
I got a Mothership Core.
Maybe he will. You know what? He's not going to rush that, is he? I don't think he's going to rush that.
No, because it does cut into the pro production.
It does, and the thing is, getting it super early isn't that great because
he sees the Zealot on this other map.
Yeah,
anyway.
And well, I mean, you gotta assume your opponent's gonna have one stalker out or 2, you know, by the time you cross the map.
Yeah.
And you know what's interesting is the Mothership Core beats the stalker. There's no micro. They just fight.
Really?
Yes, but a stalker can kite around a Mothership Core and defeat it that way. So. But yeah, the Mothership Core has, it's got slightly more life than a Stalker, and it does more damage per second. So it beats it in both ways. Of course, less range, though, and it's slower moving. So, and even if it had the same range, you can actually still kite it because its attack animation, its attack speed is faster. If you have 2 units with the same range, you can just shoot, run away, and you'll negate that attack speed advantage.
Yes.
A cool little technique. A lot of people don't know that. They think kiting's only for longer range units. But no, it works for identical range units. The one with a slower attack can kite to negate that attack range or the attack speed advantage.
All right, we have Shew getting his stock a little bit.
You know, this is a pretty cool. I think this is a rush Babyknight's doing. It almost looks, yeah, definitely some pressure, and he's coming up pretty aggressively. It's like you think of the normal, you know, stalker zealot, you know, 2 stalkers zealot probe coming at you behind, and there's a 3-gate behind it, right? This one has a Mothership Core too, man.
There's 3 Stalkers
taking
here, though.
No prisoners.
And we have a Mothership Core here from Shew. A Time Warp going down. I'm not sure whose that was. I think it was Babyknight's.
Yeah, it was definitely Babyknight's, and it was effective.
He's not going to be able to recall here.
It got him that I don't think he has any intentions of recalling, man.
Well, the Shew has more stuff.
Does he? Oh, now he does.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, he does. Why are you so dumb, Nick?
Well, what I love here is Shew already has the next step, like, figured out.
He's
not freaking out. He's got something building across the map.
And this is going to be interesting. It's going to be an Oracle. It's got to be. If you proxy it, like, I mean, you're not going to proxy Phoenixes because they're so fast and they can't do anything until you get a couple of them. Oh, Void Ray, I stand corrected. Wait a minute.
He's just going to...
The new Void Ray is like twice the damage per second against Stalkers.
Yes.
So if you know, if Babyknight only has 2 Stalkers...
And Shew builds up to like 2 or 3 Void Rays?
No, you can just go with 1, man.
I think he'll wait for 2 or 3.
I think he might, but I think he can go with 1.
Yeah.
Sentries are a little better against the Void Ray, but it would still just kill them. It would rip them apart.
Yeah.
Wait, where's the mother? And he lost the mothership, of course, so there's no photon overcharge on the Nexus. That would be...
He didn't rebuild it yet?
No, he hasn't rebuilt it yet. He's focused on sentries because he's worried about a frontal assault. So he had to get that gas there so we could get the force fields down.
She's showing the Void Ray here. I'm a little bit surprised by that, but I guess it's okay.
I'm not, because your opponent's most likely to warp in Stalkers, so the longer you wait, the more Stalkers they'll get.
Oh, I think you could have killed that Stalker.
He's still going to kill it. Oh, maybe not.
Not with the reinforcements there, and Shew's going to back away there. The
But you know, only 2 damage, 2 probe kills, only taking 2 damage.
Oh, Shew had a sentry here to force field.
Oh, that would be... that would have been like a checkmate move there.
Yeah.
I'm not even sure if... Oh! Great forces of Babyknight. Can you close it off? Needs 1 more.
Shew's trying to sneak away. I don't know if it's available. Mothership Core getting targeted down, but here come the Void Rays from Shew. Babyknight is at 50 supply to his opponent's 43. But Shew needs to let this energy come back, or let the shields come back on these units.
Some of that supply that was in Immortal being constructed, and others in probes. Void Rays are very, very cost effective, at least against Stalkers and Sentries. Or sorry, food effective, I meant to say. These Void Rays are actually doing a really good job.
Yeah.
Look at that Stalker melt.
Yeah, prismatic alignment being thrown down here by Shew and Babyknight, trying to come up with a response, bringing an Immortal out here. Sure, the Immortal's going to be great against the Stalkers, but he has to come up with an answer against these Void Rays. Void Ray getting very low in health, down to 1 HP, but going to get taken out eventually. 1 Void Ray is still alive. More Stalkers being warped in here by Shew. This is a very close battle.
It's very, very, very close. Down to the wire. The food is almost even now. I mean, Babyknight survived, and he has expansion, but he lost some probes.
Yeah.
And Shew is still making more Void Rays. If he gets enough Void Rays, Babyknight's got to be to scale up in Stalker production. Void Ray coming into main here. There's no Stalkers here. If he gets a couple probe kills, that might equalize the column enough. He can expand behind us.
Yeah, great move here from Shew. Doesn't want to lose this Void Ray, so immediately going to back it away. Another wise move there. Babyknight's still ahead, though. 43 to 36 in that supply count income. He's ahead there, too. 29 to 23. And his expansion's already down. Meanwhile, Shew's is in production. But here we go. Shew going to try to engage once again at the National Expansion, trying to target down the Immortal. But these Zealots are just going to be forfeit. There's no running away from Stalkers. And I think
there's no running away, but there is luring the Stalkers out of the base. And the Void Ray can come back into the main. Nothing there, only a single Stalker, 2 Stalkers there. I think the Void Ray is going to take him on. No, he's not. He's going to back away. Oracle's being produced.
Losing a lot of health, too.
He is. It's always a tough call whether or not you want to take him on. I feel like if you instantly target it when it's warping in,
I want to try. I want to test that out,
yeah, I think you could have done it. But the Oracle now is much better at killing probes than but there's 2 Stalkers waiting for it.
Yeah, I mean,
faster,
the thing
though.
is, Babyknight is aware of the threat of the Void Rays, but I think if Shew comes in there with like 1 Void Ray and 3 Oracle or 2 Oracles or something, that should be plenty enough to deal with the Stalkers that are there. Of course, a nice distraction method would be good at the front, but it's a very dangerous tactic, so keep an eye on this.
The Natural's open, though. Babyknight doesn't realize the Oracle is circled around the base.
74 energy, 75.
And if he can get 10 probe kills, he can equalize the economy
1,
and still
2,
maintain his target tech
3,
advantage.
4, 4.5.
Yeah. I mean,
Didn't lose the Oracle.
Didn't lose the Oracle, and you know, Babyknight's been so afraid of attacks, he's been cutting a few probes here. Shew's almost caught up now.
Yeah, 39 to 34, and just as important, the Nexus is down now at the National Expansion.
Void Ray's back here. 3 Stalkers. Oh, is it gonna die?
Yeah, it'll be fine.
It'll be. I don't know if that's fine, man.
It'll be fine. 15 HP. We're good.
He played that one pretty close. Oracle tried to poke in there too, but Babyknight has Stalkers absolutely everywhere.
Oh, look at this. Babyknight found the pylon and the Stargate.
That's okay, because there's 2 more Stargates being built.
Oh, is he really?
He's committing to the air. He thinks air is the way to go in PvP.
I like it.
Or the Storm.
And the funny thing is, Babyknight's going to be like, oh, I just killed the Stargate. I don't have to deal with there anymore.
And then all of a sudden, like, 15 Oracles will come out of nowhere. I'm really curious to what type of air is Shew going to go for. You know, because there's... Like, I could actually see him going any of the 3. Void Rays, Phoenixes, Oracles, like...
Yep.
Why not? Sure.
Tempest
Give
eventually.
me all. Yeah, if it goes to a stalemate game and you have a lot of photon cannons to back it up, definitely.
Yep.
But the question is while she was spending all this money on this Air Force, Babyknight's moving out with this nice Blink Stalker Force. That leaves his main a little bit open, not open enough.
Oracle trying to sneak in there to do some damage to that economy. He has 5 kills, which isn't bad at all. Workers killed.
Shew's got 2 Stalkers crossing the map.
Oh no, they need to not be over there.
Run away, Stalkers! Run away!
The good news is he has seen his opponent's composition.
Yes, I think he's probably... Has he seen the Twilight Council? He probably is assuming Blink even if you haven't seen the Twilight Council yet. It's a pretty logical assumption.
If you see all the Stalkers, you gotta think your opponent's going Blink, especially when it's Babyknight. But Babyknight has an Observer on the high ground here, so... 1
Stalker and a natural. The Oracle could actually take it on, though. Oracles can beat Stalkers. Actually, just we're going to focus down a couple probes. Focusing on, look at that shift right click. Wow.
Jeez.
It massacres him. It's like a machine gun. It is going to be taken out, but not before it got 14 probe kills. And, you know, this puts you in economic lead. Blink in!
Babyknight blinking over the force fields into a bunch of Zealots. Shew is going to be happy to engage this, but now Babyknight has to have Supreme Micro going to be blinking the Stalkers back over the force fields that were laid by his opponent, and Shew might be in a bit of trouble.
He needs to warp in a lot more reinforcements.
There goes a Time Warp onto the Stalkers and Immortals. 4 Zealots being warped in. Void Ray reinforcements coming forward, but more sentries joining the fray here from Babyknight. He's up 88 to 76 in supply, trapping the Zealots behind those force fields. Babyknight with some awesome micro here. Has to make this work.
Shew used a Time Warp. I think that might have killed him. I think he needed Photon Overcharge. He needed Photon Overcharge. He needs to warp. Babyknight's warp being used 5 at a time. She's got to pull all his probes if he wants to have a chance here.
But more force fields going down. The Zealots going to be all but trapped. Find a hole there. And look at all these units from Babyknight. I don't think there's a chance for Shew to win this game. And there's the GG well played. Babyknight with the victory. Nicely played there. That was a pretty entertaining PvP.
It was close. There was a lot of close moments there. I really liked the airplay from Shew.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think maybe, I don't know.
I like how he saw his opponent coming forward with whatever units he had there in the beginning.
Yeah. And
he was still confident enough to put that pylon and that Stargate down at his opponent's third base.
He knew he was fine.
Yeah. I think it's great. I think that's great. Really like seeing players do that.
I would have panicked.
Yeah.
I would have panicked.
You wouldn't be the only one.
No, I would have been,
pulling probes, trying to deal with this attack. And he's like, all right, I think I can hold this off with a couple reinforcements. I'm going to go ahead and progress with what I was trying to do.
Just pull 2 probes, give him that extra edge in that battle.
Very nicely played. Yeah. Very nicely played there from both players, honestly. Babyknight ultimately able to come out on top. Shew did a lot of economic harassment to Babyknight, but it just wasn't enough. Babyknight was able to keep those Stalkers alive as the game went along. Got to a point where he had about 1 million, and then was okay blinking over those force fields. Of course, he got diced a little bit by the Zealots, but it was fine. Considering how many units he had, he got the damage done he needed. Crafty little play there from Shew trying to transition into double Stargate. Do you think about any other transition would have helped a little bit? I mean, maybe Robo into Immortals?
I mean, it would have kept the game going.
Yeah.
But, the thing is he was only attacked because observers saw he wasn't going to Robo.
Okay.
There was observers. So, basically, Babyknight could take the third and just back right out.
That's true.
I kind of would have liked to see if he went Oracle before Void Ray. The very first unit was Oracle, because he had the units out the front, and we saw how fast Oracles can kill probes. Like one Oracle in the main could have killed so many probes.
He went straight for the mineral line anyway with that Void Ray.
Exactly. And he got 2 probes. Oracle could have gotten like 8 or something.
Yeah. Very interesting. Very interesting little tactics there, of course. Nice to see those Heart of the Storm units being implemented in these matches. Of course, you're watching MLG Heart of the Swarm Exhibitions. This is King of the Hill Friday, where Babyknight is currently on a 3-game winning streak. Coming up next it's going to be the 4th game of the night. Going to look for a challenger right now in channel MLG, ideally a high Grandmaster player or a pro player, to see if someone can take out Babyknight, because Babyknight is on a 3-game winning streak. He needs to get to 5, so stay tuned, guys. Game 4 going to be coming up.